live unless you are an audio listener. It's time for Destiny Down Under.
Welcome to the 214th episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. Eyes every week and Log Power Slave. I've fucked up the intro as per tradition.
Just restart it.
Right.
Coming to you live unless you are an audio listener. It's time for Destiny Down Under.
Welcome to the 214th episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. As per every week, I am Log Power Slave, bringing you, lukewarm and tepid opinions on Destiny with a man who now looks like he's spent considerable time in incarceration, Mylan Games. What the fuck have you been doing with your life while I've been away for a week? What is wrong with you?
Log goes for 1 week and this is what happens.
Fucking hell.
This is what happens. I don't know. You know how you go overboard, with certain things?
Yeah,
like, I don't know,
yes.
I don't know, you're at a party or something and then like all of a sudden there's a tree on fire and...
Yeah, I think we're the same kind of person in that respect.
And you're like, what happened?
How the
and
fuck
then you're in
did
the
that
police
happen?
station and you're like, I don't know. It was very silly of me. Anyway, well, that's sort of what happened on stream. And then I lost my hair.
I did watch it. I got fucking Senchi running into our group chat going, Matt's shaving his fucking hair off. So I'm like sitting on the lounge just with Twitch open on the phone, just going, what are you doing, you idiot? I think egging everyone on and whatever. But I don't know.
My mum was in that chat too. My mum saw that.
I saw it. There was some crushing. I took some screenshots of some crushing dismissals of you by your own mother. So I'm going to sit on them for a while, I think.
I've still got text saying, Matt, what the fuck are you doing? When this happened.
But I reckon it suits you, to be honest. Have you noticed anyone like crossing the street to get away from you or anything? Oh, you don't go anywhere
dude,
anyway.
There is. When I've got my COVID mask on, there is fear in people's eyes. Like you get the side look, and then you get the oh fuck, don't look at me in the eyes. You get the fucking walk in the other direction. If I went like this, people would like as I walk past me.
See, like back when I had dreadlocks, people used to cross the street to get away from me, probably because they assumed from a distance that I stunk.
Yeah.
So I kind of know what it's like, but I've never really been scary. But I feel like you can make the most of it. I feel like it's. I think it's a good change. I think it's.
Well,
positive.
this is how I used to mostly do my hair when I was really doing the MMA because you just don't have to wash it.
I mean, that's true. I mean, you can just not wash your hair.
Well, I did that anyway, but it gets a lot of sweat in it. Gets a lot of other people sweating it. Do you know?
I think Danny did a good job too. She fucking killed it.
Yeah, I mean, her mum's a hairdresser, so she did a pretty good job.
No, credit where it's due.
So wait till I see her mum. She's like, I'm a hairdresser. I'm like, yeah, I do.
What can you do though? You just got to roll with the punches with these things.
Yeah.
It was in the moment. I mean, you can't invite a hairdresser around in case you need to cut your hair. You just kind of go.
No, we're in the moment.
The annoying thing is that I've had people popping up in my life just going, oh, how much for you to shave your head? I'm like, I had a fucking shaved head a year ago. What are you talking about?
Dude, you've got an egghead. You've got an actual egghead.
I do. Yeah, it'll look bad. It does not look good on me. It does not.
Your
suit me.
head is perfect. Is an actual egg shape. See, my beard throws off what my fucking head looks like.
Yeah, you'd look like a fuckwit if you had no beard.
Oh,
like,
dude,
make
big
no
time.
mistake.
Big time.
I'm not growing a beard anytime soon, so I'm not doing that. It's one of those things. I've got a fucking big nose anyway, and it would just make my nose look even bigger.
Mr. Potato Head.
Maybe that's how I'd intimidate people, right? Like they'd be like, "Shit, is that a dude or a fucking parrot?" Like look at the street.
Look, for people that don't, people probably only see Log from like front on. He has a massive fucking snoz. It's a fucking snoz.
There you go.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, when you see it close up and personal, it's a snoz on him.
Yeah, it's intimidating. It's intimidating. All the better to smell you with, which is, you know, I guess that's pretty mean.
Right, what about Destiny?
Look, there's heaps of Destiny shit to talk about, but look, you've finished all your Titan stuff, your solo Titan.
Oh, yeah.
Fun.
Solo Titan done.
I mean,
Prophecy
I've done
Pit.
literally nothing this week except stir shit up on Twitter and then leave and go to zoos and touristy stuff. So
You were away, weren't you? You took a bit of time
I
off.
went down the coast. I went down to Wollongong and spent a week down there with the family and went to the beach and all that sort of shit. So, yeah.
Yeah, right.
It was good
Yeah.
to disconnect, but I did sneak an entire studio setup in the luggage.
What do you mean? A laptop?
Like an audio interface and speakers and shit, and I like broke it down into different bags. So
why?
Well, because I mean, Ray should be like, "Why are you bringing a fucking studio setup?" I just didn't want to have the discussion about it. So what I did, I'm like, I'm just going to take one guitar and then like piecemeal snuck everything else in little compartments.
Oh wait, so you could just play music when you're away?
Yeah. So
right.
I mean, I didn't get left alone for long enough to do it for very long, so it was kind of like a wasted exercise. But now I know I can do it. Stealth studioing, it's a new thing I'm pursuing.
Yeah, nice.
But no, it was good. It was good. Good to get away. Caught up with Fez while I was down there and had dinner and shit.
Or is that? Can't you just take an acoustic?
That shit's for fucking losers, man. I mean, I'm in a caravan park, literally sitting on the deck, just fucking playing electric guitar. Yeah, jeez, I mean, I would have in times past. I would have, but I don't know. I'm just fucking around. Want to see if I could do it.
Yeah, nice. Are you impressed with like me listening to new music? Or
I am, except Avenged Sevenfold. Just for whatever reason, that band. Or I think I know. You know when like a person who really loves a band like ruins that band for you by just being a bit of a like being synonymous with the band and then being a dickhead. That's what I'm.
It's like names. It's like I'm sure when you go to name a child, you're like, oh, what about John? You're like, no, I know this fuckwit John back in high school that used to nipple cripple me. Yeah, do you know? So
like,
no, I don't want
to. Yeah, you don't want to have to fucking put up with remembering that shit every day when you're talking to your own kid, do you? I could get into a story about that, but I'm not going to, out of respect for my beloved wife.
Now, I've just had flashbacks in nipple cripple, and I don't know if that's an Australian thing or if that's like a...
Oh, it's definitely a
universal thing.
Yeah. It has to be.
Yeah, I got a lot of nipple cripples as a child.
Really? That's...
Yeah, I was fat, mate. People made fun of me, so they'd chase around and squeeze my titties.
Yeah, we've gone the opposite way. So you went into adult life and you were like, you became fit at that point and started doing your MMA and all that shit. So I played sport all the way through school. And then I found alcohol and metal and just went, you know what? No more footy for me. I'm off to the pub, get fucked, and just got fat. So, I guess that's not the normal way. You were the opposite.
Then again, I am heading towards your direction now with cocktails and death metal.
Hey. A man of culture.
I tell you what,
you got to do something, man.
Full-time content creator is dangerous. Yeah, okay. Everyone who went into COVID, guarantee if you just sort of drink probably small amounts of alcohol, I guarantee you'd probably drank more alcohol during COVID because you're like, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I can have a couple beers, or I can have a couple cocky tails, or I can have a scotcheroo. You're like, it doesn't matter. Well, that's like my entire life now. My office. This is my work.
I heard you were drinking at fucking like 10 a.m. my time the other day with Bife and whatever.
Yeah, that did happen too.
Oh, you're gonna need to learn how to stop.
Yeah, well,
but like that's it. Like you look at like people who like, you know, if you're in a band touring and you didn't have any responsibilities, that's how it happens. You just well, I don't have to drive the bus. I can get on the piss. The end.
Yep.
You're a mess. 10 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Look, we're gonna be checking Matt into a fucking health spa by the end of the year. There you go. Predictions. But you're going all right at Destiny, so you know you're clearly still doing your job okay.
Were you impressed, dude? How easy is Warlock?
Oh, we always knew that. We don't even need to cover that.
Titan is hard, man. Titan solo force is fucking hard. I'll give you that. It is tough biggies. It is difficult. Every encounter is tough.
There you go. Straight from the horse's mouth. I don't know. I mean, I've never done any of this shit, so I would sit here and act like, yeah, of course I knew, but I didn't. So what you reckon? What are you playing? Devour Warlock.
Devour Warlock.
You know you can proc that shit off a melee hit too, because I noticed you doing that precisely nunts through the course of your entire fucking run this morning.
Oh yeah, how about you stick to being a fucking Titan, all right? And
okay.
You let me try the other classes. Yeah,
but the annoying thing about my relationship with Warlocks is that like I am a pretty good Warlock. In fact, for a while there was worried that I was like actually a Warlock main in disguise before I proved to myself that I wasn't.
That's because they have the best of everything.
Fucking easy. It's on the path of least resistance.
Honestly, oh fuck. Doesn't matter.
Whoever you are right now, angrily typing in the comments on this video on YouTube, you fucking guys don't fucking know anything. Just know that I accept your mirth and I'm not going to change my opinion. So
the thing is, Warlocks don't do that. They just fly under the radar. They know all of their subclasses are bullshit good. And they just, it was like Chaos Reach. How long it took for people to realize that Chaos Reach is absolutely fucked. And then eventually everyone's like, wait a second, what? We're all complaining about stasis and Warlocks over here using 10 supers in one fucking round.
Just going, bah, you're dead.
Yeah. You're like, come on. Anyway. Warlocks, we love
Just
you.
to clarify, I'm seeing some filthy rumors in chat going around that I've been flawless more on my Warlock than I have on my Titan, but that is not true. I've actually been one more time on my Titan than on my Warlock. And I'm never playing a Warlock again. So there you go. Can't happen Anyway.
Well, I feel, yeah. Look, guys, we love all the classes, to be honest. We just
do. Look, this is,
and to be honest,
know.
We don't have any more Warlock listeners. Do you remember when we first started this? We just alienated every single Warlock.
Yeah, I mean, like we're basically abusing no one at this point or stirring shit with no one at this point because, yeah, we went pretty hard in the early days, I think.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, it's like we're all siblings, you know? The Titans are the responsible, good older brother, right? The Warlocks,
dumb older brother.
Yeah, probably a bit of a Chad, like, but kind of dependable. Would help your dad move, you know, like that one. Yeah, right.
Yes, would help your dad move out.
Warlocks are the middle child, and they're going, oh look, I'm too busy studying to help.
True. Hunters are little shits.
Yeah, they're just, you know what? They're fucking 21. They've never had a job in their life. They're sitting at home playing PlayStation, yet somehow are still too fucking busy to help dad move furniture, right?
True.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the Warlocks arcing up anymore. Fuck me. I'm going to get attacked by people with anime avatars again this week. Fuck.
Can we just stop? Okay, let's just move on to an actual topic rather than talking shit about.
I don't know.
Everyone.
You've done your. I don't know. I like this part of. There's relief in this. There's catharsis in it. Relief through pain. There's a heap of Destiny stuff to talk about. But so you did your Titan stuff, and you're done. and now you're into your Warlock. And I gave
I
you the
have
hurry
now-
up this morning. Anyone who wasn't in Matt's stream, obviously anyone listening to this after the fact, Matt was streaming, and as he often does, he was dragging his feet because I'm halfway through a fucking run of prophecy on my Warlock, and I haven't died yet, so it's flawless. And
There's no pause.
I'm just gonna go till I die. Fucking hell, the candle that got lit under your ass and the speed that you flogged through that compared to most of your other runs. I was like, no, I'll give him 10 minutes tops before he just fucks something up. All the way to the end, pretty much. You did well.
Yeah.
So there you go. Next time you're in Matt's stream and it's taken forever, just know that he is choosing to waste your time for views and subs.
Oh, mate, you have to milk the view duration. Yeah, you gotta milk those, dude. What am I gonna do when I finish? I've got an idea. I'm not saying it yet, but what am I gonna do when I get through solo flawless runs and all the views start dropping again? How am I gonna keep people watching?
I don't know. You'll find a way. You always do. You're a fucking clever girl. Like a velociraptor. Clever girl. All right, I'm gonna hit this thing. We're gonna fucking talk about some actual Destiny instead of just triggering people for a change. Let's go. All right, jump into this week at Bungie. It's an auspicious week. We found out when we're getting VoG, so we'll get to that in through the course of it.
Wait. Sorry, I forgot the most important thing. I got my first title. First.
Is it dredging?
No. Is it called a title?
Title.
The thing's at the bottom? Seal?
Yeah, a seal, but you get the title from the seal.
Seal. Conqueror.
Ah, look at you.
That's all I want to say. Thanks, Bife and Barb.
Well done. There you go. Bife and Barb. Carrying Matt through GMs.
Big carry.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I haven't managed to catch any of your streams. I reckon it'd be a good dynamic between the three of you because you're all pretty happy-go-lucky dudes.
Bife is so nice, and it's really, like me and you are the same. It's really fun to make fun of him because he's so lovely.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's such a class act that it's like kicking a puppy. but a puppy that if
No, the kicking.
That's probably the worst analogy ever.
Right.
It's kind of it's not that. It's like I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Log advocates. Log kick puppies. Anyway, don't worry about it.
I mean, now I've got fucking Peter after me as well as all the anime avatars. We're on fire.
No, I don't know what it is. There's something when you know someone will take it and it just bounces off them and they're still really nice. It just makes it more fun.
Yeah.
And it's not bullying. It's being. I don't know. It's
exactly.
not.
It's exactly Senshi.
It is Senshi.
It is Senshi.
Yeah.
Who's gone and crafted some kind of niche in a hunting game somewhere, and fucking God knows what he's up to. I'll worry about him.
Anyway, sorry, distraction.
Yeah. All right. Look, let's dive into this week at Bungie, shall we? So season of the Chosen is starting to wind down. Oh, my mouse is fucking dead. Oh my God, you unprofessional podcast host. So we still don't know the name of next season, but we know that it's going to contain VoG. So I don't think it's going to have anything to do with that. I think like VoG's going to be like a tacked on kind of extra thing. Maybe there's a quest or two associated with it, but I don't think it's going to be in any way the focal point of the season. I think that there's probably more important stories to tell than revisiting the VoG. It will go live on the 22nd of May at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I have no idea what the conversion of that is for Australia.
What time?
10 a.m. PDT.
That's like 4 a.m. for me.
That's not too bad for me then. That's like 6. I could actually I don't know if we'd...
No, scrap that. That's 1 a.m. for me.
Oh, I don't know. Can we be bothered, Matt? I mean, you've got nothing else to do.
No.
I don't know. I've probably worked my way out of the brownie point deficit I put in.
Wait, what day? What day?
May 22nd. What's May 20? Well, it'll be May 23rd for us because we're from the future, obviously, being Australian. Let's just scroll down.
Sunday morning.
It is
Sunday, Sunday like 1 a.m. 4 a.m.
Oh,
Mojito, come on, mate.
I
Mojito
don't know.
stream.
We'll see.
Teapot mojito stream.
I might need to purchase a gnarly black teapot, right, off eBay or something before we get there. It's your 23rd birthday. There you go, Aaron Kill. Happy birthday. We'll compete in your name, not. But it's not far off. I don't know. It kind of surprised me sitting there reading this as it came out and saying, shit, you know, we're nearly there.
Like
we're
3 weeks away.
Yeah, we're nearly into next season and everything that's going on. So there is going to be a contest mode for completion inside the first 24 hours, which I'm glad. I think it'll bring a lot of people into the ref. Fuck me, what is wrong with my mouth today? Anyway, it'll bring a lot of people into being excited about it because it's something that's like, I don't know. I mean, I back myself in 24 hours to get through a revised VoG, right? Like, you know, I know all the encounters. I did them for years and years and years. I should be able to do it. I mean, it may well be fucking hard, but like more so than going in blind to a raid that you've never seen before. Completely different proposition. So I think that we're going to see.
Do you reckon we could do a D1 stream one time this week beforehand and do a VoG?
Oh man, I'd need to fuck.
Would you even be able to plug your PlayStation back in?
I had an Xbox. That's going to be the issue.
Oh, fuck. I got an Xbox. I got an Xbox.
Yeah, but you got a character that you can do VoG on an Xbox?
What's the cap? I don't know. That's too hard. This is too hard. This is what happens.
Yeah, no, can't be. You know, why don't we just wait a week and we'll just do it in Destiny 2? How about that? All right, so there is a world's first race for it. There's a belt. There's all that kind of cool stuff that comes along with you know, a classic Destiny raid day one experience. Things are going to be a little bit different. So Vault of Glass will launch with contest mode, enabled for 24 hours. You will need to be at 1300 power to be at the cap for all encounters. So really, if you've been playing Destiny quite a bit this season, you're already going to be there. Easy, you'll be comfortably there. But obviously, being above 1300,
I can't wait to see all the clears, and then I'm going to be like, dude, it's not even hard. I can't believe we got so many clears. Do you remember when Riven? Should we go there? No,
yeah,
okay,
it's just a fucking handout medal.
It's an absolute.
Yeah, what a handout.
Guys, don't even bother. What's the point? Everyone's going to have it anyway. It's an absolute handout. Anyway, keep going. They should have made it 1310.
Yeah, that would have, you know, you should have to be at Pinnacle this year.
Exactly on Pinnacle. So if you're missing one pair of boots, you couldn't do it.
Yeah, just locked out.
See you later.
Shit. RNG.
Locked out. Need everything to be 1310.
Clearing Vault of Glass with contest mode active is the first step to accessing the new challenge mode in the Director and the Tempo's Edge Triumph. Completing Tempo's... Just listen. Right?
Sorry.
Completing Tempo's Edge, a curated list of triumphs in this newly unlocked challenge mode will be how a fire team crosses the world's first finish line and claims their prize. So it's not the first completion, right? It's clear the VoG, unlock Tempo's Edge
challenge mode, and
then go in and basically do the challenges. It's a challenge mode that has specific triumphs that they've got to unlock.
I like this.
I like it too. I think it's. I mean, people are going to belt through that raid, right? Like it's not going to be hard. I mean, it might be hard. Of course it'll be hard. I retract that. Like it was, but by comparison to the mechanics that we faced these days in Destiny 2, it's going to feel pretty light on, right? So to enforce triumph requirements in the challenge mode, your team will wipe if you fail the success conditions during each encounter. So you can't press on through failing the challenge modes like you can in, you know, if you're going back doing the challenge bounties in any of the more recent raids.
This is really good. I mean, this is in the same, like, for me, I think this is like, this is what streamers and people trying to make content trying to do. They set themselves challenges or things to make it more entertaining. I love that Bungie's doing that. So you've got something to tick off. Like, you've got to do it this way. You've got to do it. I mean, then again, there's going to be a whole group of people like, why do you keep telling me how to play the game? But I think for a world's first,
it means he's going to have to go in and genuinely do every encounter to the letter, right? Like,
what do you reckon the triumphs are going to be?
Well, they are those. Do each encounter a specific way. I'd imagine.
So you reckon
anyway.
it's like one phase Templar?
I don't think it will be. We don't really see that kind of shit. It'll be stuff that sort of forces rigid mechanics. You know, like maybe it'll be everyone needs to shoot a different oracle. You know, like shit like that. Things that require full blown teamwork and all that sort of stuff. That, you know, once you've got it ironed out, it's relatively easy. But you know, it'll be people thinking up strategies of how to meet these requirements is actually going to be what changes the raid race up, because it's not just going to be go and do VoG how you remember doing VoG.
So the thing is, the way it's worded, it's got to be something that can be triggered, right, for you to wipe. It's going to be a wipe mechanic. So it's sort of like,
yeah, it might be like,
it can't be something like everyone's got to shoot the oracle, because how would that wipe you? It got to be like no one can shoot it twice. Or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, everyone only shoots their own one, and the second someone else hits it, boom,
gone.
I think it has the making of some very compelling sort of viewing, right?
Will we be able to see this triumph list, a curated list of triumphs?
No, I can't. They will not let that out of the bag early. Someone will have to be. Like, you'll have to complete it.
No, but I mean, once it starts, will you be able to just go into triumphs and see what they are? Or do you reckon you have to work them out?
No, you'd have to. You'd have to be able to see what they are. I mean, you currently can in terms of, I mean, there's hidden ones. But I feel like that would be cruel. I feel like, you know, everyone understands the mechanics of, I don't know. Now I'm second guessing myself. Maybe not. I think if they're not hidden,
they're going to be fucking hard. I think if they're not hidden, they'll be hard. If they're hidden, because when did we have stuff like that? The challenge modes, right? I think.
Oh, I mean, we've had it in all of the recent raids.
People had to work it out, but people were doing it by accident, and I don't think they want that. I think they want. It sort of sounds like it's very. We want you to do it this way.
Maybe it'll be like a clue, right? Like it won't be just fucking go and figure it out, because I mean you're just going to keep wiping into it. Yeah, I'm on the fence. I'll be very interested to see how it pans out.
So you complete VoG once with contest mode, 1300 power, boom, challenge mode opens in the director. You click on challenge mode. There should be Tempo's Edge Triumph somewhere, which will be a list of triumphs that you have to do per encounter or you wipe. That's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah. So you're basically walking a tightrope at that point of doing this the way that you have to unlock those challenges as you progress through. It'd be interesting to see how many they are. Like, I mean, there's going to be something probably completely evil in Gorgons, right? Like,
yeah, it says conditions. So there's like multiple triumphs per encounter.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Your team will wipe if you fail the success conditions. I guess you go either way during each encounter.
I don't know, but I don't know. I really feel like it's a positive move. I feel like it's going to add a lot of spice to something that would otherwise have been, you know, someone will belt through VoG first time in fucking half an hour tops, right? Like, but to add the challenge mode after that and make that the real race for the belt, super cool, at least in my opinion.
So what level, you say they're going to get through it quick, but with contest mode, that sort of fucks things up. Like, what level are they going to be at? Enemies?
Well, I don't know. It says that you if you're at 1300 will be at the power cap for the entire time. So Are we to assume that 1300 is the highest it will get, or is it, will it be 1320 sort of? Will you be 20 light level below the whole way? I don't know. I honestly don't know. We can go through it once we know more about it. I know that with contest mode's not a new thing, but I just can't remember the minutiae of it. But distracting from that, let's have a look at this raid belt. Here we go. Have a look. I reckon it's probably the prettiest belt that they've made so far. Got Atheon's big fat head.
Atheon's head on each side.
On each side, and the classic symbol in the middle, vault of glass. Your name here, obviously. Your name here.
Imagine I just sent it to you with player name.
Player name.
Imagine if your name was player name.
Hey, then you just screenshot that. Go and get someone to knock one up for you. You're laughing. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think that it was something that I don't know. I was kind of looking forward to getting back into VoG more as like a bit of a nostalgia trip. But now I'm genuinely excited for the race. So I'm glad.
And you're telling me you're not going to get up and pour a couple of mojitos to get this done, mate?
I mean, I probably am.
It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday log.
I know. I'll just dip on fucking Saturday night stream and and we'll do that. Anyway, we'll line it up. Like we need to figure out a team.
I know.
Yeah. There's a lot to do.
Yeah, but you know what's great?
What?
Previous times we've done raids. Look, you ain't bringing me along because I can play the game. You're like, I'm the sympathy vote. But now,
yeah, now you're the fucking alpha. I'll be standing up the back. Go and fucking do it yourself.
Mate, I might take a warlock because they're the most diverse, to be honest.
I mean, maybe you're going to have a fair handle on that by the time you get there. Wow. What a plot twist this has turned into. I can't even argue with you anymore. That's the fucking sad part about it.
Yeah, I know.
All I can do is just backpedal and say, yeah, well, you've got no friends. That's why you do solo challenges.
Hey, by the way, I know. I thought it was, okay, go. Look, getting distracted.
All right, we'll go through the mountain of upcoming balance changes. Chris Proctor is at it again in the TWAB this week. Good old Chris. Love Chris. Good Aussie.
Fellow Aussie, right?
Yep, champion. I don't think we're allowed to call him Thunder Lady, but every time I read his name, I think of Thunder Lady. So, I mean, maybe we can shoehorn that in there.
Did we miss? What's this emblem at the top of the TWAB?
That's the VoG one, isn't it? Oh,
isn't it seasonal challenge or something?
Oh, okay. I didn't even read that. I just skipped to TWAB. Who cares about seasonal challenges when we've got a new raid?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair call.
Yeah, look, here you go. Here, it's fucking, I don't know, it's baby shit green and it's got an interesting pattern. There we go. Good, moving on. Fucking hell. All right, so let's listen to what Chris has to say. It says, hello everyone, it's great to be back. First, I want to share how we think about weapon roles, with heavy weapons in particular. We intend each weapon to excel in one or two areas, making them an optimal choice in particular situations, based on the target type or engagement type. Matt, you know a little bit about this. You maybe if you had a machine gun on in your solo prophecy, might have turned out a bit different. For heavy weapons, this is how we intend the weapons to fill the roles of add clear, single target damage, and burst damage. Look, I think we've all got our head around what that means. So I'll read through it. It's worth a read because it sort of speaks to the underlying philosophy of weapon design. Explanation of the roles, add clear, like that's your machine guns. You're going to be able to specifically target lots of things, single target damage, burning down a boss. At the moment, that's swords, right? Or like maybe in times gone by, sleeper simulant, things like that. Burst damage, bringing down a champion quickly, or bosses with multiple.
So that's like your
phases.
lament. Your lament's like burst damage.
Yeah.
Single target damage might be your rockets. Add clear machine gun. Right.
Add clear machine gun. How weapons map to roles. Swords. An ammo efficient add clear. A single target sustained damage, secondary burst damage. Which, like we've already seen a bit of a disparity there, right? Because
It can do everything.
Yeah, it can. And I think that's the issue that they're trying to address here. Rocket launcher, burst damage, secondary add clear. So
True.
It goes bang over a big area. So good.
Yeah.
Machine gun, ammo efficient add clear, secondary single target sustained damage. And I'm happy about this. This is a sentence that brought me much joy as a machine gun lover. We expect to adjust machine guns in a future season. They're currently not hitting this target. So I think machine guns are still pretty efficient for ad clear, but it's pretty obvious that they are a pretty poor choice in terms of sustained DPS in a boss encounter. So, you know, time's gone past. They were much more powerful. So hopefully we see a bit of a return to that. Linear fusion rifles. I don't think I've ever shot one, ever. Single target sustained damage, where the target has a handy crit spot, a secondary burst damage. The big grenade launchers, burst ad clear, secondary single target damage. And exotic snipers, single target sustained damage, blow its fucking head off. So a few examples of how we've used heavy weapons in playtests of high difficulty content when we've played Grandfaster Nightfalls. Linear fusion rifles, burning down champions. Yeah, that'd work. Boss damage where the boss has a crit spot or with divinity. Rocket launcher, burst damage against champions or bosses. Clearing clumped up.
Wait, is this what
waves of
Dave
tough
tested, or is this
Yeah.
what people do now?
No, I mean, it's kind of a little bit of both, isn't it?
When was the last time you saw someone use a linear fusion?
Sass, but he's a fucking weirdo. Let's be honest. Who's taking linear fusions anywhere? Machine guns, breaking shields, matching shields. Yeah, fair enough. I can see doing that. Using machine gun instead of primary weapon in a heavy ammo-rich situation where your primary and special weapon are not rapid fire. So it's basically already saying that machine guns are a bit shit and maybe use them if you've got too much heavy ammo instead of just your normal weapons.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Look, this is a contentious thing. I saw a lot of people discussing this on Twitter because it's the only place I've been of late. The balance approaches that Chris outlines here. Big swings make a big change that we believe will immediately encourage new player behavior. Most useful when we need to nerf or buff something hard enough that everyone can tell that it's happened. With the expectation that we may need to dial the tuning back in a later release. Examples, the 120 hand cannon buff in Beyond Light or the rocket launcher buff in Season of the Chosen. So where they make such powerful changes to a weapon that it becomes almost the meta. I mean, 120s are super powerful at the moment, absurdly powerful depending on who you ask. I think they're definitely too strong. I know that some people don't hold that opinion, but they're everywhere. So it's kind of normally a bit pretty strong sell. Incremental changes are kind of like the small little adjustments that massage things into where that they ultimately need to be. And that's probably what we've been seeing more of late, right? Like there hasn't been, I mean, obviously I'm talking in the sandbox that we've got 120s just fucking destroying everything. But I feel like there's been more sort of rats and mice, small changes, massaging things into the sort of part of the sandbox that they should inhabit. And I think that that's probably what we'll see more and more as we go forward. But, you know, that's just me as a layman on the outside. All right, let's get into what's actually changing with some of the upcoming sandbox update in the weapon archetypes. So we can probably start to see what's going to be really strong. Precision 450 RPM auto rifles. This subfamily fell behind other auto rifles in the auto rifle tuning last year, so damage has been increased to be closer in terms of time to kill to the others. Increased precision 450 RPM auto rifles. Damage per bullet from 17 to 18. It doesn't sound like a big change, but I mean, I guess when you're hitting fucking, I don't even know how many shots that is, but it's what, 7 to kill someone. Maybe, I don't know.
Auto rifles suck at the moment. It'd be great if them.
They do. I mean, like, having said that, like the ones that were good in times gone past, like the Summoner and things like that, if you've got a decent roll on them, they're still relatively consistent. They're really consistent, just not quite where they were, where it was oppressive, where everyone was fucking using them. Do you want to talk about linear fusion rifles? Are you interested in linear fusion rifles?
Yeah, tell me why I should care about them.
Increase precision damage by 15%.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't used one enough to know whether or not it would fucking matter, but that sounds like a huge buff, right? Like anything getting up in the region of above 7 or 8% is going to be a noticeable change in just about every context.
Sleep is coming back, baby.
Yeah.
Sleep is coming back.
Fuck yeah. And increased ammo reserves by 20%, so you'll be able to do more higher damage, even better. It will be very interesting to see the impact that has on sleeper and things like that. Surely they're not, like, that was everywhere for a while there, right? It was the only thing, it's the only gun, the only exotic that I don't have except Tarabar. I never bothered to get it. Like, nope. Fuck, I'm gonna have to.
How the roles have reversed.
I know, hey. I know. Have you got it?
Of course I've got it, mate.
Oh!
How do you not have it?
It's
Wait,
gonna be
actually, do
me
I?
and you grinding fucking raids to go and buy one from the kiosk.
Yeah, now you need me too.
Oh, fuck. Fusion rifle, we'll jump into fusion rifle. Fusion rifle, the recent fusion rifle buff to range had the side effect of making the best subfamily for PvP even better. So we've decided to bring low range stat fusion rifles up a fair bit, increase damage fall off, start distance for fusion rifles, no effect on the 100 range stat, plus 2 meters, 0 range stat. So it's kind of a sliding scale. Anyway, let's get into the shit that just affects everything, because there's perks. This is, I don't know. I'm about perks these days. There would have been a time when this just went straight over my head because I was a dum-dum. But after spending several years being harassed by people like Sassy to understand this shit, now I finally do. And I feel like Matt is probably turning that corner as well.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah. Yep.
There was always like 2 that I'd look out for that I knew made a gun feel the way I wanted it. There we go. All right, subsistence. When we made this perk, we were experimenting with with unusual downsides for powerful perks, but ultimately decided that reducing reserves wasn't an interesting trade-off. We also wanted to be able to put the perk on special and heavy weapons, where reducing reserves would feel terrible. Submachine guns, while granting a much smaller magazine fraction than auto rifles, so we also... What? Submachine guns were... Oh, God, fuck me. This is terrible. Bad at reading. I'm a Titan. Proud of it. So we've fixed, they fixed fucking submachine guns. Were you worried about that? I wasn't. So subsistence no longer.
Get to the point. What does it do?
I know. I'm just going to read the fucking bullet points. Holy shit. No longer reduces reserve ammunition. Submachine guns now receive the same ammo fraction per takedown that auto rifles do. Why that wasn't the way it was to begin with, who the fuck knows? All right. High impact reserves and under pressure.
No. I sort of understand. What did they change?
It no longer reduces your reserve ammunition.
What's the second bullet? Submachine guns now receive the same ammo fraction.
Well, they've adjusted the fucking the same percentage that it reduces. But hang on, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
No. I think that's the bit that gives it ammo back to you.
Whatever. I don't use fucking subsistence anyway.
No, log. This is the reason why we're fucking dummies. We need to learn this stuff. Hold on. Let me just.
Matt's loading it up.
I'm pretty sure. Where is it? Oh, just give it to me. Come on, subsistence. It gives you ammo back, right?
Yeah.
Kills partially reload the magazine.
Why wouldn't that be a fixed thing? Why would it be less on submachine guns?
Partially. Well, it's
maybe though it's counting in number of bullets.
No, but it depends on the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
the ammo fraction per takedown as auto rifles. So it wasn't, submachine guns weren't getting as much ammo back per kill as auto rifles were.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are.
Good. All right, high impact reserves. Let's move on. These are now active as long as their conditions are met. Cool.
So subsistence is pretty good.
I think it'll be very good if they're removing the
Gonna
downside
reload.
to clip
Subsistence is
size.
gonna be fucking pog. I'm writing it down. It's gonna reload your magazine, especially on SMGs. Subsistence, good perk. Okay, keep going.
All right. High impact reserves. Due to the technical constraints at the time these were created, the trigger conditions for these is on projectile impact. The bonus won't take effect until you fire the weapon, but we have more flexibility in perk activators now. So they basically both work. Instead of having to hit, they exist in the same. I can't even, like, it would have been helpful if they just wrote down what these perks actually fucking did.
I'm on a boss. I'm on a boss. You just keep talking and we'll come back to
it. This is why we don't read patch notes. This is why we normally just gloss over
rounds at the end of the magazine deal more damage. High impact reserve.
Yeah, of course. And what does under pressure do? It speeds up fire rate as you get to the bottom, right?
Hold. Improve stability and accuracy as the magazine gets lower.
Oh, right. There you go.
Technical
Yeah, so that's weird. Like, why would they have not triggered? I mean, obviously, they've said that due to technical constraints, but you had to hit someone for that to even start, where now it's just active, right? Now it's just shooting their gun. I don't know. This is very confusing. I feel very dumb today.
No. So they would only activate. Just move on. Just move on, man. You know, look, there's two types of people in the world. There are people that understand patch notes and there's people that don't. And
we're both not people who understand patch notes. It's like we're both stoned. Yeah, I mean, look, we're not. But
yeah, but you're a math. But this is the thing. You're a math person.
Yeah, you know what that is? That's a lot of fucking words. There's not a lot of math. That's what's bringing me unstuck. Like, I care. Like, if I sat down and went, okay, this is what that perk does and married it all up, then I'd be fucking interested. Right. We're just going to read the bullet points because I'm fucking over it. Unrelenting. It's now easy to trigger in PvE. I mean, PvE seems pretty easy to trigger to begin with if you just say that, send them into the Crucible. So not sure why that needs to be fucking made in the game. And heals 20% more. It's one of those perks, one of the new ones that kind of came in and was a bit underwhelming. So happy to see that. Sympathetic Arsenal now grants plus 20 reload in addition to its primary effect. What that primary effect is, I have no idea. But it's now better. Dragonfly. We know what Dragonfly does. Headshots make it go boom. Now works with heavy shanks and servitors and occurs faster than after the Season of the Chosen fix. Good outcome.
Dude, some of these are looking good.
Yeah, I mean, I remember.
These are changing the meta.
Yeah, good. Now we have to hang on to all the guns that we get. If you're trying to tell us in chat what they actually do, don't bother. Because I've got enough reading on my plate. We'll read things later. Okay? Right. There we go. Hip fire grip. I'm not reading through fucking... Look, there's heaps of them here. Just go and read them yourself. Okay? There's fucking... And then it goes through all the mods as well.
Oh...
yeah. We'll be here for a fucking week.
I'm sort of getting a bit sweaty now. I'm sort of interested.
Oh, well, you fucking read a few of them instead of just sitting here like a dolt making me fucking walk through them.
All right, what do we get up to? Hip fire grip?
Hip fire grip. Read me hip fire grip and then explain it to me.
Okay, we're being careful not to over buff this, since when hip fire is too effective, it changes the game, aka becomes Halo. So we're just bumping this a bit more over Season of Arrivals buff to make it more useful option. Plus 1 degree precision, hip fire angle threshold, plus 1 point. Who knows what he's made? What the fuck does that mean?
We need a half-hour video with Chris Proctor in front of a fucking whiteboard.
Plus 1.2 reticle stickiness.
Fall off distance.
Plus 1.2 times reticle stickiness. Fall off distance.
Did I do explain it in the next sentence?
Okay. 1 degree doesn't seem like that much, but for reference, hand cannon aim assistance cone angle, the fucking cones, 2.5 degrees at 0 AA. What's an AA?
Aim assist or Alcoholics Anonymous, one of the two.
Fuck.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do from now on, right? Every time there is a big patch notes update, we are going to make a big deal out of it, and we're gonna go through it at length. The whole podcast will be ruined by patch notes and me and you talking about this shit until we finally understand.
Dude, we're gonna become so knowledgeable.
It's gonna be. People will be like
3 degrees at 100 AA. You can feel the difference between 90 AA hand cannon and 100 AA hand cannon. So a small difference. Right.
So three is a 0.05 degree increase. Yeah, wow. Okay, so that means it's going to be good.
Precision hip fire angle caps at the aim down sights. I need a cone video. I need a the dog's here. I need a cone video. Doesn't one of those dudes have a cone video we can watch?
Yeah, Drewski.
Is it Drewski?
Yeah,
maybe. Is that the one I watch?
I feel like look, we know what cones are. I'm sure that anyone who's suffered through this podcast up to this point knows that we know what cones are. Anyway, moving on. All right, I'll do this one. All right, I'll take this one. Okay, we'll go turnabout. Iron Grip, Iron Gaze, and Iron Reach. Iron Maiden.
These were dog shit. These were absolute trash before.
Yeah, yep. We were cautious when making. We were cautious when making stat bump perks in Season of Arrivals, not wanting to break weapon ranges at too low cost. But penalties that these were shipped with were too much, and we've seen, people fucking don't use them, so the penalties are just too great. Reduce the secondary stat penalty from minus 40 to minus 30. So, look, I'll fucking pull up what each of them do, and we'll go through it. Iron Gaze, Destiny. Thank you very much. Oh,
one of them is like range. I think Iron.
Yeah, but they're like they affect the fucking stability. Iron Gazebo Australia. Oh, cool.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Let's have a look at that. Destiny 2. Right. Okay. We'll go through Iron Gaze. Iron Gaze. It does. It reduces the range by 40. But massively improves weapon target acquisition. So what does that mean? So it's going to be minus 30, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be minus 30. Iron Grip.
But is target acquisition just not even point? Is there any point me looking at that for PC? It's not. That's what I keep getting told, right?
I don't know. I don't know what people are telling you. All right. So reload speed is Iron Grip is reload speed, so it'll be minus 30 to reload speed, which is still a pretty fucking hefty penalty. What's the other one? Andrew Gaze or something.
Andrew Gaze. No, Iron Reach.
Iron Reach around my favorite.
Okay. Right. Listen.
This is good content. People are gonna we're telling people shit. They're gonna love it.
Yeah. So this is
It's
what's going to happen.
stability.
Stability. Okay. So less. So not 40, not negative 40, now negative 30 stability.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to read osmosis and elemental capacitor. You maybe do a bit of research in the background in case we need it.
I was literally buying you time to do it. Have you been doing that?
No, you didn't give me the wink. Okay. So on osmosis and elemental capacitor. We didn't have time to address these when stasis came into being, but always wanted them to work correctly when playing a stasis subclass. Osmosis now switches the weapon to stasis damage when playing a stasis subclass. This should work for any mechanics that ask for stasis damage, but not for stasis ability damage.
Quick recap. Yep. Osmosis is using your grenade ability changes the weapon's damage type to match your light-based subclass until you stow it.
Until you stow it?
Until you stow it. It's a long time.
Okay,
so now you were going to be able to change any gun in the fucking game. Well, I mean, provided it has this perk, to a stasis, which you couldn't do.
Well,
okay.
The reason why this is good, not really for stasis, but this, when I was in my solo, flawless, sweat lord kind of runs.
Yeah, which you were great at, mind you. I mean, fucking, I'll tell you
when
what.
you actually need, this gives you the ability to have one of each element on any gun. Because you can have a void primary, a fucking solar secondary, and an arc heavy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, you're looking a bit blank there.
Yeah, I'm kind of only half listening. I don't really give a shit about this stuff.
Okay, all right. Also created stasis visual effects for all weapon types that osmosis can appear on. More coming later. Okay. What does elemental capacitor do?
It increases stats based on the currently equipped subclass. So if it's solar, it increases your reload speed. Arc increases handling.
Right. So
and
now
void
it's a
increases
stasis
stability.
one.
All right. What does stasis do? Tell us.
A stasis grants plus recoil direction and reduces ADS move speed penalty.
Okay, so...
but it adds recoil.
It adds recoil.
Plus recoil direction, but reduces ADS speed. Huh? Oh, it reduces ADS move speed penalty, i.e. increases ADS speed. We are not good at this.
We are terrible at this, but we're going to suffer through it. And if you are listening to this podcast and wondering why, turn it off.
Turn it off.
And chances are, if you're watching it on YouTube, you've already been stung by an ad by now, and fucking the
We got the money.
Yeah, but the podcast isn't actually fucking monetized on any audio platform. So there you go.
All right, you got this one. No distractions.
Yeah, no distractions. So no distractions. Easy peasy. Aiming this weapon for a short period reduces flinch.
Flinch.
Because of an exotic change below and the sniper rifle flinch changes in Season of the Chosen, we wanted to make no distractions a more appealing option for combating flinch. Reduce trigger time from 1.5 seconds to 1 second and increase the flinch reduction from 30 to 35%. So you have to aim down sights for less time and you get a more pronounced effect. Yeah, very good.
Not bad, Log. Not bad.
I know. I'm like a
all right.
I'm fucking pro.
Celerity and bottomless grief.
My bottomless grief is sitting through this patch notes.
What's that?
My bottomless grief is sitting through this.
Fucking true.
I don't know. I think we're going to make an event out of it. I think we're going to make an event out of fucking reading patch notes from now on.
Yeah. We should have a drinking game. We should drink every time we don't understand a patch note.
Fuck yeah. There we go.
Oh, fucking. Celerity.
214 episodes, still innovating.
That's one word for it.
Yeah.
Right. Celerity. Gain the following effects while you're the last living member of your fire team. So your last dude alive. Increase target acquisition, increase handling and reload speed, reduce flinch, and bottomless grief while your last living member each takedown refills your magazine. Oh, okay, so what they're doing,
It's pretty snappy.
we address these specifically in an earlier TWAB. Here are the buffs again. Note that we buff the perks themselves, so these changes will apply to your existing drops of these weapons. These being alternate perks on adept weapons can't be applied retroactively though. Now, celerity always grants plus 20 to handling and plus 20 to reload in addition to the triggered effect.
Yeah, so they realized that it's kind of a poopy effect, that you needed to be hung out to dry by your teammates and be the only one up to get the actual effect. So it was pretty negative. So now there's a blanket buff to the handling and reload speed on those weapons. There was
That's
a literal whole fucking twab about it, and it's why I'm sitting on my bloody Eye of Soul that's got celerity on it, just waiting for the season to tick over. I think
Celerity good.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to make a gun feel better, like just a little bit.
Overall.
It might not be how pronounced it is. We don't know, but whatever.
So it's gonna feel better normally, but if you're doing trials and you last bit of lives, it's gonna feel like an absolute monster.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be very scary.
Bottomless grief.
I'm not used to like being the last person alive in trials. I'm normally the first person down, so it's not a lot of bonus in that for me. And if I am the last person alive, I'm normally just running away, being scared rather than fighting. So anyway,
Bottomless grief always grants plus 30 to magazine. Really?
That's got to be a percentage, right? I'm gonna have a hand.
Yeah, it's a plus 30 stat. Plus 30 stat.
Sniper rifle with fucking 38 bullets in the clip. Yeah.
No, not like that.
Still, it's a reasonable buff. It's a third, right? Like give or take. So I don't know. There you go. Bit of a quick math. Thresh is the one that on kills you get fucking super energy. Easy peasy.
Yep.
This change is already live and not a buff as much as a bug fix. Thresh unintentionally only worked in PvP for certain weapons in Beyond Light. So now as we've seen a few weeks ago, they came out and said, Thresh now works fucking everywhere. So, I don't know. Yeah. There was this brief moment where it was like, oh, Thresh is going to fucking change the world. But it really didn't. No. But I guess if that's the way you want to play in to get your super quicker, fucking go for it. We're nearly there, mate. We've only got mods to go through. Mods is easy.
We've done really well.
I'm proud of us. We are definitely turning this into a drinking game.
Because you wanted to give up. You threw it in the towel.
I did.
I said, like, Loggy, you can do it one more round.
I was fine. I could have just moved on with the rest of my life and never thought about any of this shit again. But
I was like, push on through, mate. We're becoming absolute gamers.
We are. Just look. I mean, can you imagine what we'll be capable of in game now after reading all of this stuff? I'll be thinking about this when I go to sleep. I'll be waking Rach up in the middle of the night. Darl, just want to talk to you. I'm just really excited for the celerity buff. She'd be like, fuck off, Luke.
Darl.
Can't wait for the celerity buff. And you know what? I was talking to Maddie the other day about bottomless grief and how excited he is for it. He just can't wait to have 38 bullets in his sniper rifle mag.
Oh, God.
We make our own fun. All right, mods, Adept mag and Adept targeting. So the changes really only affect the Adept variants. Same reasoning as the Iron Banner perks. We were cautious initially, but think it's fine to reduce the penalties these perks have after seeing them in action. Reduce secondary penalty stat from 20 to 15. I don't even know. What's the fucking secondary penalty? They need to clarify what they are. I think this is the big learning that we could probably take.
Log, I've been saying this for years. When they write the TWABs, they should just hyperlink that shit so you can fucking just remind yourself. But they write it from the perspective of absolute fucking sweat lord.
We could go and do that if we were in any way prepared for our own podcast, which we're not.
Yeah,
so
true.
Look, I'm not going to throw too much shit at people.
So Adept mag increases magazine, but reduces handling.
Ew, yuck. Not for me, thanks. I'm a big
So
handler.
how do people feel about these? These are meant to be the best mods, right? Adept mods. They sound a bit fucking trash.
Have you got an Adept mod? I think I've got one, and I just looked at it.
Yeah, I've got one.
What
That's
one is
all
it?
me
What is
grandmasters,
it?
mate. Get wrecked.
I just want Icarus. I want Adept Icarus. And I don't even know why I want it. I just know that Sassy tells me that I want it, and that's why I want it. So
Yeah, right.
right. Do you want to do Adept counterbalance, or do you want?
Sure. Can
seems-
you look it up?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Adept counterbalance. This
Yes.
didn't feel like enough of an upgrade over standard counterbalance stock to be worthwhile. Increased recoil direction benefit. Increased recoil direction benefit.
I did actually type Adept counterbalance just for anyone wondering. just a slip of the finger. Greatly improved recoil direction at the cost of range. So there's a big old poop on the range stat. But I mean, if you're not playing with a weapon archetype that really matters, cool.
So it's going to increase recoil direction benefit. So what does that mean? Does that mean it's more predictable or?
This is one of those things that it always fucking weirds me out with Destiny, because, you know, like whenever you're looking at things on dim and they have the angle of deflection of, you know, how its recoil pattern works, sometimes like counterbalance and stuff, you can make a gun worse with these mods. Like you can, if they're fucking at 100 already and you add them, it can actually throw them off. So it's definitely worth going in and looking at that shit. I don't know. I mean, I'm never
Butter
going to use
says
Adept
recoil direction
counterbalance.
goes up to 100. When it's at 100, it's straight up and down.
Yeah, but can't you go over it? Isn't there a over 100?
Well, then you start going the other way on the circle.
Yeah, you go. That's my understanding of it. It's probably completely fucking wrong, but who cares? Anyway, I'm glad Butters is here. Thank fuck. We should have got him in here to explain this shit. He's smart.
Yeah.
All right, last but not least, Exotics Mighted Multi-Tool. I fucking haven't seen that for years. It's been great. I guess it's probably going to fucking come back now. We've seen many requests to switch this from Outlaw to something more useful. And the one thing we've observed is Mida losing fights to weapons that cause more flinch. So here we go. I don't know. It's just the way it was written. Change the catalyst perk from Outlaw to no distractions. So you will, let's scroll
flinch.
up. Yeah, it'll reduce flinch after 1 second now instead of 1.5. And, you know, to a more pronounced effect, which we've learned by reading. Aren't we smart? Also, Hawkmoon, they've increased the priority of paracausal charge and paracausal shot. What? I don't even know what that is.
The text.
Buff text.
Buff the text, mate. Sometimes it was falling off the list.
So it'll fall off the list if you've got too much going on. You don't want to. You might not know that you've got your paracausal fucking shit up. Yeah, right. Of
They
course.
buffed the text, chat. Okay.
They've given it higher priority. That right.
Right.
Holy fuck.
Keep going. Log. Okay, I'll take over. The future.
Go.
Sometime further in season 14, we expect to touch the following. They're going to touch these later. All shotguns. They're going to touch every shotgun. We don't expect the change to the 2 dominant shotguns, replacing quick draw with surplus and nerfing quick draw to really move the needle on shotguns usage over on PvP. We agree with some of the comments that weapon usage is not only dependent on tuning, but map design. However, we want more weapons to be viable on all maps, and we can achieve this through tuning, giving other special weapons room to excel. So what they've just basically said is we're not changing the way we make maps. We're not giving any more PvP maps. Eat a big, so long. We're just going to keep nerfing shotguns. There you go. Dead Man's Tail with the upcoming nerf to 120 hand cannon range. We expect to see a surge in Dead Man's Tail usage. Which is already high, which is true.
I am concerned about that fucking surge. If I'm not honest. If I'm not honest. This just scrambled me.
We had enough pieces. We had enough moving pieces in season 14 that we didn't want to try and squeeze this in at the same time. We've had a change ready to go in the reins in its ability to challenge snipers. 120 hand cannons and scout rifles while in the hip fire without detracting from the fantasy of the weapon. Hold on. 120 hand cannons and scout rifles while in hip fire.
Yeah, you can challenge a 120 while you are hip firing dead man style.
Oh yeah, easy.
That's what it's saying. So look, they're going to need to give that a bit of a fucking on the head, and fucking make that perk less pronounced, I guess, but without ruining the fantasy of the weapon, which is hip firing the weapon and fucking beating people. So it's going to be interesting to see how they manage that.
I love Dead Man's. It just makes it feel like Halo, and it's
I haven't used it all that much. I keep waiting to. I'm hopefully getting like a Vorpal drop or something. Then again, I'd need to run fucking Presage, and I don't do that. So, you know.
Do you know who could help you? Who's done a solo Flawless Master?
Aura.
Right, Fusion Rivals. As with some of our other changes, we don't want to bump these too much too fast, so we'll follow up if needed. What? Why did they put that in there?
It's just sort of like a live in fear, wasn't it?
Like, be fearful of fusion.
Just in case.
Listen, we've got nothing planned. We haven't thought about doing any changes, but we might. So fucking be careful. Live in fear.
You watch your fucking self.
Might come back.
All right, look. I don't think we even have time for lore this week, Matt. I think what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to chat, and we're gonna people can tell us what perks they use on their guns, and we'll misexplain them back to them. Ask us anything about Destiny gun perks, mods, anything, and we will give you our expert opinion. Forged in the fire of this particular TWAB. We'll tell you how it's all going to work. Question: why is Log the superior Titan? I think I've demonstrated that over the last fucking 25 minutes of this podcast. I'm a breeder, not a reader. What up, Manny? What?
Do you know you feature my next video?
I do.
Yeah.
Did you make me sign a release that I don't remember, or what?
It's not a Destiny lore video either.
What is it?
It's talking about how Destiny players are such a pain in the fucking ass to get them to change games.
So it's basically a case study on me then, is what you're saying.
I want you to know that I wrote the entire thing thinking of you. I don't say your name, but it is.
You might as well tag me in the Go Live tweet though. Fuck it. I wrote this about Log because he's a fucking curmudgeon and he just knows what he likes.
There's a part in the video where I say how many friends I have online and how I can never get them. There's two people. I haven't named them, but I'm naming them right here. Name them right here on the DDU. I went into the messages and I counted 10 good online friends. Destiny 2. The amount of people that get off Destiny is 2. Sassy and Senshi. And that's a big if. It's a big if.
I played fucking Sea of Thieves for months.
That's true.
So,
I'll ignore that.
Delete that video then. I don't know. I was actually thinking Sass has been in me about going back and playing a bit, going for a sale. So I might do that over the next couple of weeks while this season winds down. All right, let's go. Can you remind me from earlier, what does Under Pressure do? It basically mimics the feeling of being asked about a Destiny perk and having no idea and scrambling to find the answer. But it also doesn't make bullets come out faster the lower you get in the mag, which is what I thought it did. I don't know.
Right.
What does Under Pressure do, Matt? Can you remember?
Under Pressure is when you're doing a solo flawless dungeon on any class That's not a warlock because warlocks are literally never under pressure because they're the easiest subclass.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Under pressure, it's when the... Oh, my God, Papa, I nearly read that. You nearly ruined the whole fucking... You can't drop that. I will read everything out loud now that we're in this section. Nick wants to know, what does surplus do on the keening?
The what?
You haven't heard of the keening. It's like meta, dude. It's the best.
What's the keening?
It's a shit sidearm that we joke about all the time.
Oh, right. Is that why I don't know about it?
Yeah, probably. It makes it
Look,
unbeatable,
I can't
Nick.
even. This is boring as fuck. Can we move on?
No, this is fucking terrible. Talk about lore or something, whatever. We're nearly at the end of the show. I was just trying to have a bit of fun.
I'm out of lore. I'm literally out of lore.
So we're out of lore. We're in the great lore drought of Season of the Chosen.
Hey, but tell me this: is Vault of Glass on Venus? Is that the screenshot I saw?
It looks like it. It looks like we're gonna get fucking warped into like the start of. I doubt we're gonna get the whole planet back, mind you, but we'll definitely do. I just assumed that we'd go through a different gate and end up in sort of like the second part rather than having to open the gate that way.
So what do you reckon this is gonna go from? Where do you reckon it's gonna be on the director? Do you reckon it's gonna be main director? Because like, look, Prophecy's in fucking the tower. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, who fucking knows? Eh? Probably the tower. If there's no actual Venus location, maybe they'll bring it back.
But just imagine the very first part. If it's on Venus, like the whole side sections are going to be blocked off, right? There'll be just like probably a gate there or something, like a matrix gate.
Maybe something's exploded. Did Venus get eaten by the big fish ship?
I can't remember.
Maybe there's just a big.
Well, they said you can't leave the opening area, right? Just the start area of rest is That's what I'm saying. Just the start area of rest is inaccessible.
So what? Right. You're wondering about what the mechanic of stopping us is going to be.
Yeah, a bit those blue walls, right? Those blue matrix walls or something.
That'll be a bit naff, don't you reckon?
Oh man, maybe. But also like Venus out of nowhere.
True. Yeah, I don't know. Look, let's just see what happens, eh? I don't think anyone's going to lose any sleep over it.
Here's the thing. Are they going to introduce proper lore to reintroduce Vault of Glass, or is this going to be like, you can redo it again and not really give it any? Because I feel like we're heading down to like, you can just do it again.
I feel like VoG, it kind of has to live in its own little pocket anyway because of what the nature of the lore around it, right? Like it is like a simulation based on fucking uptime, more or less. So it shouldn't change. But I do...
Wait, so it's going to be a moment in time.
Yeah, so is it same story and no new lore?
No new lore or new lore?
Oh, okay. Well, if it's the same story, then how's there going to be new lore?
Yeah, I think there needs to be a no in that sentence. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it'd be a little bit hollow to just randomly bring this sort of stuff in, and I feel like they could find a way to work it into the universe, no matter how tenuous, rather than just be like, guess what? It's back on the map. Better go kill shit.
It's such an easy tie-in. So you mean I've been doing this whole VoG series for no fucking reason?
Matt, you've been doing it for a reason. Because it's your job.
Money.
Yeah, look, you're super wealthy now because of it, obviously.
Right.
You shaved your head for no reason too.
Dude, you know, when I have to start paying bills, I just start shaving hair off my body. Now that I've got no head, next bill comes up, the fucking get rid of the beard, mate.
Oof. Yeah, don't do that. Or at least grow your hair back before you do. Yeah, Jesus. You know what? I think it's time. I think we're at the end. I think we've talked ourselves through 700 years worth of patch notes and didn't understand any of it. I've retained none of it. Have you retained any of it, Matt? What perk are you looking for out of that list from now on?
I wrote down subsistence, the very first one. me, me and you are those kids that like when you go to a lecture or something, and you start off really enthusiastic, and you write down like half a page,
And then you give up completely.
Yep, and then you finish the lecture or whatever, and it's been 4.5 hours. You look at your page of notes, and it's obvious that you just started to dick around after fucking 30 minutes. You got no notes.
Yeah, that you went into complete mental fatigue after trying to concentrate for what would be a normal amount of time for any normal fucking human being. That you basically just gave up on being a normal person.
Oh,
Mr. Lee, is there a patron podcast this month? Yes, we're gonna fucking do it. We're gonna actually do it. We've been very lazy, and I guess that sucks. We don't want to do that. But I mean, obviously, we haven't been charging anyone because that would be absolutely fucked. All right, rock and roll, Maddie. You got any closing comments you'd like to make?
Mate, you wanna go have a look at something interesting? Go look at my Twitter about warlocks and how easy they are. Man, it is, people are getting upset, but really,
they've got such shit chat warlocks. I've noticed that over the last week. Is like hunters. They're like abusive. They're fucking like, oh yeah, well, what, you don't like my class? Fine, I'll fucking kidnap your family and burn them. And you're like, okay, fuck, that escalated. Warlocks just don't get it. Hey, like they just don't get the like, oh well, look, how many days have you won in a row? Oh.
They're so serious. It always comes back with like,
you've won 2. Like, we're all going to hell on the same shit ship. The hunters will win unless Titans get out and fucking pull their finger out and this whole fucking silly thing that I've put in play works, right? What am I doing with my life?
Well, I mean, the story of today is what? Vault of Glass.
Yeah.
Vault of Glass contest mode's pretty good. Right.
Actually, yeah. I mean, that feels like a fucking eternity ago, to be honest, that we were talking about that. But it does. I'm excited about that.
Right.
You've been requested to say devour again.
Here's a story to finish off, okay?
Okay.
It's raid day.
Yes.
Logger Matt sitting with A team. Guess what? Friends, you know if you're A team or not. Friends of Logger Matt, you know if you've been selected, okay? So just imagine you're in the team.
Okay.
Teapot mojitos are coming out thick and thin, thick and fast, right? We get through it. Boom. Contest mode is done. The challenge mode unlocks. We open up the Triumph. We're thinking we're going to get this. 200,000 people watching between me and your streams, just straight up leading the charge. Oh my God, they're going to get it. Final Triumph. You click on it. It's a pop quiz. Name.
It's just like a grid of the name of the perk and then what they do, and you have to draw a line and you get one chance or you fucking lose. We'd be absolutely fucked. We'd be absolutely fucked.
Get fucked. See you next week. That's the story. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hang around for a raid.